Hey guys, this is a pretty quick first impression review of the DT multi-purpose harness by Dean and Taylor. So a little bit of history. I already have a Ruffwear approach pack, which is based off of the Webmaster, if I'm not mistaken, and I've used it on multiple occasions on Mac right there. The reason I'm getting a harness as well is that the package is a little bit too bulky for my taste for like short hikes, and honestly this guy is pretty small, so it's not going to be carrying me much anyways. So I was debating between the Ruffwear Webmaster or the DT harness. Ultimately I went with the DT because of a couple reasons. Number one, DT comes with a 2-strap system. The strap a little bit thicker, alright, versus where the Ruffwear is 3 straps. Strap a little bit more narrow. Number two, the DT is a little bit smaller here, so it doesn't cover as much back, versus the Ruffwear it will be like the entire lower back, and I'll show you guys later. And I feel like this gives a little bit better ventilation, and the DT has a little bit more serious look, where the Ruffwear might be a little bit more whimsical. Alright, well, with that said, the next thing is sizing. Sizing was tough, especially for Shiba, because they're kind of like usually in between small and extra small. For the Ruffwear, I got extra small and it fits perfectly. For the DT, I got small and it just fits, meaning that if it's any bigger, I have to step one size down. So small is good, and if your Shiba is a little bit smaller, then you might want to go for extra small for sure. All right, now I gotta put the camera down and then put Mac into the harness. Mac, come here. Come here, boy. Come here. Okay, so easy on, just over the head like this, and once you adjust the side belt, it's pretty much just wrap around and click. And the buckle is plastic, and it's really big and flat. See right here, and that's it. The reason I say that, if your Shiba or whatever dog you have, it's a little bit smaller and you step down, it's not because of the chest piece. This is really adjustable, so this is fine. It's more here, this breast strap right here, you see, is on the smallest setting already, and it's slightly loose. And I'm slightly concerned about that because unlike the Ruffwear approach pack, the edge of the straps are not padded. These are like luggage straps, so the edge is relatively sharp. So I want to see after a long hike if there's any chafing. If there is, I might to swap it out or put some paddings here. So we'll see, and I'll do a follow-up review. But otherwise, if you look at it, the pack looks pretty comfortable. They got 3 D-rings, one big one on the back, standard, and then 2 small ones. From what I've read, right, I think it's actually for pulling things. But of course, I'm not going to encourage that behavior, so most likely I won't use them. So mainly this one, and got a little handle right here, in case you gotta lift them over things. Oh yeah. And one really good thing is that because of the small footprint on the back, right, versus the Ruffwear that goes all the way back here, it seems to be more flexible and more maneuverable. And normally Mac would like resist the pack in the beginning because it feels like constricting, it's not comfortable. But with this one, you just immediately start moving around, so I feel like this is and gives some greater flexibility. The material is pretty good, solid line. I have no doubt it's gonna last. Buckles, plastic, but it's big and flat against the skin, so we'll see. Again, my only concern is this part right here. When your dog starts moving, it's gonna start going up against going up against the strap, and I'm really concerned that it's gonna start chafing right here, but we'll see. I'm gonna go on a pretty long hike tomorrow, and most likely I'll do a follow-up afterwards to see how it goes. Mac, come here. So once again, Mac here is 25 pounds, standard Shiba, and the size small fit just right, with a slight wiggle room up here. If your dog's a little bit bigger, small is definitely gonna fit, but if your dog is any smaller, you probably want to step it down to extra small. Looking pretty good. just for comparison, I'm gonna put on the Ruffwear approach pack just to see the sizing difference. Again, the approach pack is extra small. I'm just gonna sit down. Yeah, pretty comfortable in that, huh? Alright, I'm gonna put the camera down and swap the pack. Give me 1 second. Back, up, come on. Hey. So, one buckle, take it off, that's it. Easy on, easy off. This one might be a little bit more trouble. Come here. Alright. So over. This is a strap you have to step through. Go under. Buckle. Another one. Buckle. There you go. Just to give you a size comparison, this is extra small. Now as you can see, the top covers a little bit more. So, and also of course, like this is a pack, so can't really, it's not a fair comparison. But I do feel that under there might get hot. Now come on. Come on. And just in my experience with Mac, he's more hesitant walking with a pack on. Maybe just too much bulk, I don't know. Also one D-ring here, but this is, I don't think it's metal. Actually, it might be, but it feels softer and not as well made here. This is definitely stitched in. Again, Ruffwear, pretty decent as well. It's just that it's just too much bulk for what I do, the short hikes. And for Doc his size, it's not going to carry much anyway, so it doesn't make sense to have a pack. So I'm going to give DT a try, especially tomorrow. And afterwards, I'll probably do another more in-depth review to see how it works out. All right, ready to go in? It's pretty hot outside, huh? See you guys.